Y'all know what time it is. It is time for us to talk about Love is Blind season number 7. Baby, what they say? Look, baby, yeah, my husband is outside my door. Heard me say, baby. What they say? Lord have mercy. Sex is exchanging your soul. Sex is exchanging your soul. We out here thinking, I'm now. It ain't nothing to it. You're just spreading your seeds everywhere. You're giving your body to everybody. You are exchanging souls. You are impacting your souls. Are y'all ready to get into episode number 5, baby? Episode number 5. We in Mexico! Y'all, okay, I've been waiting to tell y'all. What was the name of the hotel? The Viceroy? Bucket List. Bucket List. Oh my God. That hotel looks beautiful. Have you been to Los Cabos? Is that where it's at? Have you been there? Have you been to the Viceroy? When I go, you're going to see all the pictures. I don't know when I'm going, but I'm going. So the couples get to spend their first night together. Who y'all think having sex on the first night? Are they going to keep it pure and wait till they actually get married and do what they supposed? Like, they actually could do the whole thing like you're supposed to do it and not have sex with each other before marriage. They actually could do it. Do you think anybody is going to make it to their wedding day without having sex? We shall see. We shall see. So let's get into the couples. So everybody is here. By now, I'm sure you have a favorite couple as well. For me, this is when it really gets good. This is when you get to see the other side show up. Because in the pods, for the most part, it was all good. It was all love. We're falling in love with our inner. We're falling in love with our heart. We're sharing certain things. But now now they are in commune with each other. They're now in person. Now they see how each other looks. Now, when I say the other side that's coming out, we all have a shadow side. We all have a little inner child that is wounded, that is going on this journey of healing. So you may hear it in different ways in the spiritual community or nowadays how it is spoken of. So we all have this shadow side of us that has to elevate, has to grow. And so they get to experience that. Let's see what comes forth for tonight's conversation, because I have many of them that I want to talk about. And I'm definitely going to talk about What the Duck. That was the name of this actual season or this episode, which was Nick D and Hannah. So we'll get into that. But I want to hit on some other ones. I'm gonna just start with Alex and Tim. I'm gonna go on and start with them. What did you notice on this episode? What did you notice in the dynamic between them? First of all, I felt like they kind of seemed like a couple that had like been together, like they got years under their belt. The way that they communicate, the way that they high side, the way that they just, the dynamics between them, it's like, dang, they seem like they have been together for a very long time. But in my mind, I know y'all just have known each other for about 2 weeks. And so in that, is that a good or bad thing? Because she was talking about her bifocals. He laughing at it and saying like, I want to see them. And she, well, they ain't that bad. They ain't no Coke bottle type deal. And then he went on to say, where was it at? No, it was the part where Alex. Now y'all been following my commentary about them. I'm sure y'all been following your own opinion about them. But on this episode, um, Alex stated that she has a short temper. She doesn't like repeating herself. So when you go back to when they got engaged and she asked him to stop saying I'm a dog, stop making that reference, and you saw the irritation on her face, like, so probably in that moment she really trying to keep herself together. Um, but the short tempered for me was like, uh-oh. Because I remembered what he said. I want a woman that can bite back. That's why I said you got to be mindful of what you ask for. So you want a woman that bite back, and now you have attracted a woman that has a short temper. Now, y'all are about to have a very interesting relationship. Y'all are about to have a whole bunch of grow moments, is what I call them. You about to have a whole bunch of grow moments. And when Tim said, I can't remember the last time that I was this mad. Y'all saw that they had that. Oh, I hope this ain't a spoiler alert, because I didn't watch it all the way to the end. No, he said, I can't remember the last time I was mad. I just don't know how much I believe that. One or two things are happening. Either he is in denial about his anger, or he literally removes himself immediately from situations. Like, I see it going and I remove myself. But even with that, that lets you know that there's a possibility that there is some area that has to be healed, that you have to, on the onset of something, you have to immediately remove yourself. And maybe that's because he know himself. He know what his temper is. He know how he can go there. So he immediately removes himself. But there are going to be some times in life where you possibly cannot just remove yourself. And so I would offer anybody who is moving like that, you might want to go ahead and acknowledge that you have some anger. You need to find a way to manage your anger in a healthy way other than escape, because you may not always can escape. I was going to say you possibly are holding anger issues. There's some deep rooted things in you, and you got to look at that, because running away from a situation, there are going to be some times where you got to have some courageous conversations. And in those courageous conversations, your emotions may come up. It's not anger is getting mad. There's nothing wrong with that. It is what you do once you are there. Once you are mad, how do you respond? What are your actions? What are your words once you are there? That's where the issue is. That's where the concern needs to be. So you don't have to not acknowledge, or you want to prevent yourself from getting mad, because it's a normal emotion. But for something in me tells me that it ain't good when he gets mad. And so it will be interesting to see how the rest of this plays out. Alex on this episode, she said, I just said I don't like repeating myself. And he continues, like, Tim is an agitator. Like, he gonna just keep picking at you. I swear, like, this kind of stuff make me just really want to talk to the individual, like, what is that about? Because I want to support them, because that's going to show up, and it's going to keep showing up until he heals it. And maybe Alex wasn't the person that will support him in that healing, but he going to have to heal that. Yes, he is. And of course, I have to talk about Ashley and Tyler. Just a reminder that when you work on yourself, and you start believing in yourself, and you start holding yourself in this higher consciousness, thinking in a higher consciousness, you will begin to attract those people, those energies that resonate with you. And I love how they said once they started working on themselves, they found each other, they found this experience, and look where they are now. So keep hope alive. Do not give up on your journey of love. So in the meantime, continue to become a better version of yourself. Continue to heal so that you know what you don't want, what you do want, how you show up, and looking at both sides of you and not judging it. It's understanding this dark side of me. Lord, I still need some light right here. I still need some healing right here. I still need some revelation right here. I still need growth in this area. And the moment, like the word says, confess it. Confess it. And I'm going to forgive you. Confess it. And so that was a journey that I had to go on probably about a month ago. I just went in my journal and I just started writing down all the things that I've tried to make not look so bad that is in me. I tried to cover it up with some sugar. Like, no, that right there is in you. Yep, you do that. And y'all, it was so freeing to just confess it, because God already knows. God, who am I hiding it from? Because the only people that matter is me and God. So he already knows. So me holding it like this does not give me an opportunity to change. It doesn't give me an opportunity to become stronger. It doesn't give me an opportunity to release that which I no longer need. It doesn't allow me to see it from a different perspective when I coddle it and hold it and act like it ain't what it is. All right, now what the duck? Now Hannah done got mad at this boy. Maybe she didn't get mad. She was irritated by the fact that he wanted to go ride on that duck. She felt like it wasn't manly. All the things, she was just like gonna be disgusted. I really think that was one of the turning points in their relationship. Him making a choice to go get on that duck, and then what happens after that. But then for me, when we hold something a certain way, you literally start creating that experience. So y'all see how that went? She told him she didn't want him to get on there. Basically how she would look at him if he got on there. So now she's holding this thought about Nick just from getting on the duck. She's holding this negative perception about him. Then he goes over there, get on the duck. Another woman joins him, older woman, and they are literally having fun on the ducks. Now Hannah is like calling his name, and now this woman is like, oh, she jealous. All that negative energy, that was an aha for me. So I need to be mindful again. I just love how God continues to give revelations. Be mindful of the energy, either that's coming out of my mouth or that I am holding in my mind. Because when you hold negative energy or good energy, it's going to come back to you. It is going to come back to you. And that is exactly what happened with this what the duck. And so now she feels like she can't trust him because he's entertaining the other woman. He's having fun with that woman, which was pure innocent. He was, excuse me, he was just going over there to have fun. Look, I kind of keep catching myself because I don't want to give any spoilers for next episode. Sorry, y'all. So, do y'all feel like she was justified in feeling like she cannot trust him because he did that? I'm gonna take a sip of water. I guess this will be the benefit right here of a pre-record, because then I can chop this thing up and make it look perfect. But just as I was getting ready to say that, I don't want that, because that's really something that I am moving through right now in my life, is that things gotta be just right. Like, and trust me, I have balance with it. Plus, I just like live, because what I found, like, I'm about to go off a little bit. What I've found is when I do a pre-record, I will keep stopping, keep starting over. It's more stressful for me to do a pre-record than me to get on live and be all right with the imperfections, be all right with the humanness of the thing, be all right with it unfolding exactly like it needs to unfold. And so, while to clear it up, let's keep it pushing. So, I would say this is what I would tell you when it comes to Nick and Hannah. When you're dating, show up as you. I was so glad that he went on and got on the duck, because it was just purely wanting to have fun, and it wasn't any harshness towards her. It wasn't done at her expense of her feelings being hurt or anything like that. It wasn't cooking, high side. It wasn't none of that. It's just that I want to do something that I feel like is fun and I want to enjoy life. And if you get with somebody and you start not being you, you're not enjoying the things that you enjoy doing because of them, not you having this transformation and saying, oh, like, yeah, that is good, or I'm gonna do this. When you do stuff strictly to please somebody else, there's some things that come with that, and this is what it could look like. When you want them to do something and they don't do it, now you mad, now you in bitterness, like, I changed for you, I did that for you. That was your choice. You chose to do it. So don't try to boomerang it on me, because this is not what I want to do. Sometimes it looks like you doing it, but again, you're holding this negative energy towards them because they just trying to change me. You have a choice. You are choosing that for whatever your reason is. Not here to judge that. So when you are in a dating phase or even marriage, be willing to be authentic. And you're probably going to hear me say that a lot on this show, because the more authentic you are, you allow whatever needs to come up, and you get to just experience life in its fullness. And then what comes up, you get to heal. And so I was glad Nick D went on and rode the duck. And now we can have a conversation afterwards. What was that about? Why were you upset? Because that is what I wanted to do. And y'all are going to see on the next episode what that one experience did to her and how she started to look at him just because he chose to have fun. He chose to be silly, not feel like he got to have it all together. Some of us are just a little bit two in our box. Like, allow that man to go have fun on that duck. It was no harm to you at all. Now, when she said about the lady calling her jealous and she felt some type of way about that, I feel like she was entitled to that. Now, I don't want to say that right here because I'm not for sure if she discussed it with him yet on this one. But the bottom line is be you, so you don't have regrets and you're not upset at somebody else for trying to change you. You change when you are ready to change. Does that mean that that person is going to wait for your change? Nope. It's not. They not. But you got to do it because you want to do it. Otherwise, you start holding that person in a place of I don't know, the word just keep coming to me is resentment. And they're going to probably be reminding you of somebody else who has tried to change you or did not accept you for you. Maybe that person that didn't accept you for you is you because of some other experiences. Y'all, all the stuff just be unfolding, but be grateful for it because it's just you elevating, you becoming closer to your God self. So be grateful for it all. Be grateful for it all. All the experiences that you go through in your dating season, in your intimate relationships, be grateful. And look within when there's this rumbling in your spirit. Look within and search you, pray about it. If you reveal it, Lord, what is this about? Why did that make me so angry? Why did that make me shut down? Why did that make me cry like that? Question it all without judgment. Okay? And so I think those will be the only ones that I really, really, really want to. I started out talking about sex, though. I want you to understand that your body is precious. Men and women, your body is precious. And everybody doesn't deserve it. Just everybody does not deserve your body. Your body is a temple. Your body holds your soul. Your soul is just wrapped with this flesh. Your spirit resides there. And as much as you want to believe that you are just doing it and nothing is changing in you, the Bible is very clear on sexual immorality. Immorality, yes. So it impacts us when we do this thing out of order. When we continue to what the word say? When you lay down with a prostitute, that's on you. That is on you. So hold your body in a sacredness. And you know what? If you're in a dating realm and people like, oh, you ain't trying to have sex, I ain't trying to be with you. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine. And allow them to leave. But sometimes we are so desperate for love, we're so thirsty for love that we will go against our morals, we'll go against our values just to have somebody to love us because love is that powerful and we all want it. But I would encourage you to love yourself more because if you give of yourself to this person, yeah, they got it. And then the relationship ends. And now who's holding the guilt? Who's holding the shame? You are. And they going on about their business. The whole premise of this show is to fall in love with somebody's heart, their emotions, their inner being, and build off of that. And I would say encourage us, you all that are in this area of dating, to fall in love with the person, inner being, before you Because I'm gonna say falling in love can be in so many areas, but I'm gonna say we are adults and we have more self-control at 30, 40, 50, 60. So yeah, fall in love with them. Make them marry you before you give of yourself. That's not a unrealistic goal. Some people might say, man, Candace, that's hard. You ain't got to do it by yourself. It's called prayer. It's called meditation. And it is called just wanting to honor my body and honor God. And I always say this, whenever you in a place where you be like, man, that's too hard to do. If you knew that person had an STD, if you knew that person had AIDS, it wouldn't be too hard not to have sex with them. If somebody was like, if you do that, that will be your last day on earth, you could not do it. So be mindful of the stories you tell yourself with this, what you can and cannot do. Because in certain situations, you absolutely would do it, hands down, no questions asked. If somebody said if y'all could go the whole time dating until y'all got married and you would get $1 million, bet y'all do it. $2 million, bet you do it. So pull on your inner strength. Honor yourself. Honor God. And then honor your relationship. Honor your relationship. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight as we discuss what the duck, sex, being authentic, being mindful, listening for the things that may become an experience in your experience. So just continue to date, continue to look for love, seek love, but in the process, just have fun. You can have like that's the vision, but I'm gonna have fun as I date. I'm gonna get to know me and I'm gonna get to know some other souls on this earth. And I'm going to find my mate eventually. And I'm just going to trust the process. Because love and being married is an amazing experience. No, it's not always joy. It's not. It's some pain that come along with it. But suffering and sorrow gets you to peace and joy. I can now be grateful for my journey. I can now live in this place of gratitude. Because if I didn't go through the things that we went through in our marriage, I wouldn't be the woman. It definitely played a part in the woman that I am. Is it some stuff that I'm like, Lord, I wish I would have bypassed that. But when you don't know who you really are, you deal with some stuff. And then when you don't have a concept of marriage, like if I had the truth and the concept of marriage that I know now, prior to, that's why I do what I do. That's why I support couples like I support them. I'm going to give y'all the truth about marriage, the creation of it, the purpose of it from a biblical standpoint and from this spiritual mindset. I'm going to give it to you on the onset. So now you can build from that solid foundation. And now you already know you don't know the exact possible things that's going to come, but you know there's going to be some things that's going to come. And now we know how. We got some skills and some tools to get through it. You know what I'm saying? So if you need support in your relationship or just individually, you can go to www.candicetuck.com and you can follow me on social media at the Couples Lounge on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. and at the Spirit Chiropractor on Instagram. That's my individual page. And Candace Tuck on Facebook. Thank y'all for hanging out. I pray that you heard something, even if it's just one thing, that will support you in elevating your consciousness, experiencing love in a different way, um, experiencing God in a different way, and experiencing life in a different way. All right. Peace out. Episode 6 tomorrow. See you there. Or see you here. Peace.